Welcome to the Latte podcast. Now, divorce is a topic we are all a bit intrigued about, and let's face it, as exciting as the reasons that people fall in love are, we're also quite curious as to what causes them to fall apart. Now, today I have one of London's top and most down-to-earth divorce lawyers here, who has supported many people through separation. Now, Oliverta, how long have you been supporting people going through divorce?
I would say at least 10 years.
Wow, so a lot of experience under your belt. So I've done some research into some of the more odd reasons that people separate, and these are real, by the way. So one woman divorced her husband for eating hummus with a fork. Another divorced their partner for literally leaving dishes up every night. Like every morning she'd wake up and there'd just be dishes by the sink. And another very frustrated spouse filed for divorce because their partner didn't shower for 8 weeks. Now, let's unpack some of these, as I think perhaps underneath these are more universal reasons that people separate. So what do you think underneath these stories? What do you think are some of the things that are going on?
Well, I would think it's not the actual, just the trigger itself. So let's just say the story with the hummus and the fork. Maybe to you and I, it doesn't sound as bad. You say, well, you know, it's hummus and it's a fork. What's the big deal? But it's underlying issues.
Yeah.
It's mostly the idea of not being heard, not being respected, the other person not caring enough to listen to what you are asking of them.
Yes.
As humans, we have different triggers.
Yeah.
We were discussing about your triggers and my triggers.
Yes.
Chewing gum, and my triggers are the crisps.
Yeah.
Do
not chew crisps around Oliverta. It is a trigger.
So if I am asking you, and you're supposed to be my person, my other half, that look, you know very well that this triggers me. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Then you carrying on. And obviously I've heard this from many clients saying, why should I change myself? It's not you changing yourself, it's you compromising on something that your partner is getting triggered on. And if you love and care for the other person, you will want to make that compromise because you want them happy. You would want them to be happy and feel loved and understood and respected. But if I don't feel that, because that's why we are in a relationship. We are in a relationship for that feeling, to feel loved, respected, heard, and cherished.
No, and you're right, and it's like, it's not the chewing the crisp that defines you as a person. It's being the person that is willing to listen to your partner and understand that chewing is a trigger for them. And it can be very real. Like going back to the chewing gum thing, I remember being stuck in a car with my mum who would chew gum so loud, and it would really bother me. So now when I hear people chewing loud, it gives that feeling. And I think, like, perhaps instead of being like, no, I'm just going to continue to eat my hummus with a fork, for example, you could say the more that you choose to like eat with a spoon, the other partner then might say, do you know what, if you want to eat the hummus, it might not bother them so much. But I think it's like you say, being acknowledged, listened to and heard. So I think that is
coming to the other story of dishes. I think this will resonate with many women. You've seen it in many videos that men get triggered when their cars are not clean, and you always have these videos where the husband cleans the car of the wife, and then the wife always is cleaning the house. It's like a common thing, a common theme. But that's, again, a little bit more to that, because as I would say, not all of us like to cook, not all of us want to clean, but my love language towards my loved ones is me cooking for them. I love cooking. I love cooking for my loved ones, so I go and do it with all my love and care, what's my child likes, what the other person likes. So I'm taking and I'm putting all my effort and all my energy into that to show you how much I love you by making this meal for you and then putting it in front of you, and then we are enjoying this lovely dinner. But they know very well that I like my kitchen clean because I clean after every cook. And now the least that the other person can do out of respect to reciprocate what I've done for them is, okay, you've cooked, you put this for us, we loved it, let me clean it for you. You just sit down. And then if I'm telling you once, like, okay, you didn't show that, especially if I've asked you, and then the same thing happens, and then the same thing happens, it's just really disrespectful. It means that it's not reciprocated, it's not there. And then of course you will feel neglected, not cherished, not respected. So you'll say, you know what, I cannot do this. I cannot ask you to respect me because that's it's even more offensive.
Yeah.
So then you leave.
I hear you, and it's like you've just nailed it really with that, because it's like, so what's going on underneath the dishes is like, it sounds like, oh, you know, a crazy story, or someone's filed for divorce because the husband isn't cleaning the dishes, but actually what's going on under that is disrespect. And with the hummus and the fork situation, it's not being heard.
Yes.
So, and now just unpacking the showering.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, would you say that is just...
It's not that. It's not that, because another thing, and I don't know why people don't acknowledge this. Another big thing about being in a marriage is you've been attracted to the other person. I love to be attracted by my partner. I love to feel attractive in his eyes. I want him to see me and say, wow, she's gorgeous, wow. And I want to do the same. But if hygiene is a big thing to me, and that is a big thing to me, you're going to put me off. And if intimacy is not there, not only is disrespectful, not only I cannot stand it because it's triggering me, but now I'm not finding you attractive at all. So why should I be staying there?
I hear you, girl. And it's a lack of care, isn't it? It's saying I don't care if you think I stink. I don't really care.
It's disrespectful because you know. And I'm like, with all due respect, I don't blame the woman. I think she was very patient to stay there for 8 weeks.
Exactly. That's a big stink to be sticking around for. So actually, it's interesting because obviously, like, these habits, like for example, like the fork, the dishes, the lack of showering. I hate to go back in time here because I know people have heard enough about lockdown over the years. However, like, going back to, this is one question I've always wanted to ask a divorce lawyer, because obviously we all read a lot that following lockdown it triggered a lot of divorces, a lot more divorce applications. So as a divorce lawyer, do you think a lot of those separations perhaps didn't need to actually separate? Do you think that there could have been, like, what do you think was going on around those?
Well, potentially. There is something there in what you've asked. I think some divorces were a bit rushed, not because of fault of one of the parties, but I think the environment itself. When you are in lockdown, you do not have the space to breathe. You do not have the space to go and do your own thing. You are an outgoing person, I'm an outgoing person. We like to do different things. I like to go out for walks. You like to go out and meditate or have a coffee or a drink with other people. So the environment itself changes. When the environment changes, your mood changes.
I'm a different person when I've gone for my morning coffee.
So if your mood changes, you are thinking clearer, you're thinking more positive, you have different angles of thinking of a problem. But when you are in the same environment, and say you had a silly fight, your mind is just there and it's triggering more and it's exaggerating the problem. And because you don't have a chance of going outside, breathing, looking at different perspectives, then you exaggerate it and then you fixate on it and then you push it and push it and push it and nothing good comes out of it.
No, you're right.
We are couples and we are together, but we are also individuals. We have friends, we have brothers, sisters, children, colleagues. We go out. This is why we are like this, weird and wonderful. I like to say that.
100%.
But we are not allowed to be weird and wonderful if we are in the same environment, locked in the same room.
We've been cut off from all of those other roles.
So then we don't have the opportunity to show our best side to the partner, and then the worst side comes out, and then his worst side is then triggered, and then worse on worse. Is disastrous. If we didn't have this, maybe potentially people would have just gone outside, give it a bit more time, maybe come back, ask more help, speak to their friends. Potentially, yes, there is something there.
So if we've done lockdown take 3 or whatever it is now, we might be able to lower the divorce rates with this advice, which is always good. Actually, like, just obviously, like, as we've just kind of covered, quite a lot of couples probably pulled that divorce chain a bit too fast. However, do you feel there is a point, or like, if you can't answer for everybody, but do you feel that there is kind of a point where you think divorce, there's like a moment where you think, okay, divorce is the only option? What would you say could define that moment?
Right. Look, what that specific moment maybe for me is not for you, because it depends on who you are, where you come from, your culture, your beliefs, religious or not religious. So there's many factors, children or no children. For instance, I have had many women here who they knew very well that point had come, and they knew they didn't want to carry on, but they wouldn't take that step because there was other factors in the picture that did not permit them. They did not allow. There was children finances, for instance, a big thing.
Yeah, massive.
But personally, take away all these external factors, children, finances, and all that. A person knows when that time comes, because to me, I told you that, and you were laughing. I said, when the best thing that one person can get is a hug, and you know that if that hug is coming from that partner, you want to pull away, is giving you the ick, the touch is giving you the ick, it means there is no going back.
Yeah.
Because again, I know that we love this romantic idea of love, eternal and that, but it's not just that. We're human. We crave touch, and we want to feel wanted, and we want to feel desired. And if you do not desire the other person, that's that. I don't know if there is any coming back from that.
I have
to agree personally.
And I think that's a good note to leave it on, actually. And if you are feeling the ick, then it could be time to get in touch with Roberta. So thank you very, very much for your time today. So thanks for joining us today, guys, and we will see you next week, where we have a very other special guest joining us. And please do send us any questions you have about today's episode, so we know it's been a lot. Thanks. Do follow, like and subscribe, and have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you, Ashley.